Welcome to online training and testing schemes in wine education. We are in one of the lessons of the Introduction to Sensory Evaluation and Wine Testing Techniques. We are focused on sensory evaluation, especially in taste and mouthfeel. Perception derived from two distinct sets of chemoreceptors in mouth. When we talk about taste, we talk about a chemical sense. Taste is a form of chemoreception that occurs in specialized taste receptor in the mouth, taste buds. Taste buds are located primarily on the tongue, but also on the soft palate and all around our mouth. They are composed of buds. The taste pore is the site of interaction between receptors and with chemical stimuli. When the taste perception is focused in 5 fundamental tests: sour, salty, bitter, sweet, and umami. But in wine, we talk only about sour, salty, bitter, and sweet. Primary tastes: sweet from sugars, sour from acids, salty from inorganic salts, bitter from caffeine, quinine, poison, umami, amino acids. Gustative system help to identify potentially harmful or beneficial foods, so it's very important to understand a taste. But when we are focused on wines, we think that glucose and fructose are primary source of sweet. Sensation could be enhanced by the glycerol and ethanol content of the wine. Flavonoid phenolics are the primary bitter compounds in wines, with tannin monomers, catechins, being more bitter than their polymer. In red wines, the bitterness of tannin is often confused with or masked by astringency of tannins. States in wine: during aging, wine often develops a smoother taste because the tannins polymerize and precipitate, resulting in an eventual decline of bitterness and astringency. The main acid affecting wine acidity: tartaric, malic, and lactic acids. The best detection way to measure the intensity of basic flavors through sensory analysis is very important. But we have also the possibility to measure them through the instruments: refractive index sugar, conductivity for salt, spectrophotometer for some bitter compounds, and go on. Factors that influence taste perception: extrinsic characteristics like temperature and pH influence the perception of the taste. Cooling could reduce sensitivity to sugars and bitter alkaloids, increase bitterness and astringency. pH influences the solubility of different components in the wine. When we think in the panel, the person who tastes the wine is very important, or the factor that influence the performance of a panel is the age of the panel, because we lose of sensory acuity, medication, chemicals can influence the perception of the taste adaptation or cross-adaptation. Thank you for your attention, and we see you in the next lesson.